So what's up, guys? Today we are at GP Rents and I am going to honk the horn.
That's right. Today Houston and I are here at GP Rents in Davis, one of our partners with our channel. We do a ton of cool stuff with all of their equipment, but today we've been helping them out, shooting some videos for their commercials for their Facebook and social media stuff like that. I am not good at shooting commercials, I will admit. I can sit here and talk to the camera and ramble and roll and rattle. If you give me a script, it's tough. But we made it through several little commercials today. But Houston and I brought a trailer with a cage on the back of it because
y'all might be wondering, and it's a surprise when we get there.
It's not a surprise. We're going to pick up our new buck. We got a new Kiko buck purchased, and we're gonna go check it out at their farm, go pick it up. And it's just up the road, it's not that far away. You guys know we had JerkFace, who liked to tear up our barn, tear up our fences, and just was rough on everything.
And we found a replacement, and it was this horn.
So we did find a new buck. We're gonna go pick him up and get him to the house. It's almost breeding season for our Kiko does. So we're gonna get everything set up, get him situated, and yeah, so enjoy the vlog. Right?
Yeah.
You excited to get a new buck?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna have big horns?
Yeah.
What color do you think he's gonna be?
The same color as JerkFace.
All right, let's go see.
Hopefully he's coming as JerkFace.
So summer's finally here in southern Oklahoma. It's hot, but it's also dry, and that means it's time to get some work done. GP Rents has some fabulous, clean, ready-to-use construction equipment, including backhoes, excavators, skid steers, and many other equipment. But that means it's time to get some work done on your property. It's time to get some work done on your property. Great Plains Kubota GP Rents has, well, we don't want to say Great Plains Kubota. You know, this 15-second, 20-second should be easy, right?
It's hard. Don't try to memorize it, just think what you're doing.
Right. Summer's finally here and it's hot, and also renting equipment from GP Rents is easy, affordable.
It's like a foghorn.
Yeah.
Do it up.
You ready? Set up straight. Renting equipment from GP Rents is easy, affordable, and effective. If you don't have a truck to haul it, we'll deliver. If you're not sure how to operate it, we'll teach you.
It was falling.
It was.
I got it.
Yeah, we'll have it picked up today, so just let me know.
You might wait till he's off the phone.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll coordinate. Just call me.
He'll be off the phone in a second.
That's a prop.
I'm gonna go ahead and make your
Yeah.
reservation that way.
No, don't hold it up. No, you're not Vanna White.
Come on, Vanna.
Right.
Here, let me see it. That was a bad idea. Yeah, I forgot your 6. Here we go.
Renting equipment from Renting equipment from GP Rents in Davis is easy, affordable, and effective. Come on, focus. We got this. Well, we made it home with the new buck. We didn't shoot any video at the farm we were at. If you guys want to learn about where our buck came from before we show him to you, we bought him from Dennis and Darla Higgins. You can find them on Facebook at their Facebook page is Dindar Kikos. I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. They raise a lot of really good looking registered, they're real big into the registered world side of Kiko goats. So, Houston, you want to tell everybody what our new buck's name is?
I don't remember it.
His name's Isaac.
Our new goat's name is Isaac. And
Hey.
let's open the gate.
All right, guys, you ready? Let's check this out. Now, don't make fun. He's in my little cage, but look at the horns on this booger. This is Isaac. We'll get him out of the cage here and show him to you guys. But we'll talk about him some more in a second. Let's get him unloaded. These two little young bucks are like, hey, what's going on?
The moment of truth you'll have all been waiting for. Just let them out.
Open the gate, see if he can get his horns out of there. Hey. So our new buck's making a few introductions. Looks like he got to meet Bear through the fence. We do have 2 young bucks in this pen. One I just decided to keep. I didn't sell. He's spotted, kind of a dapple looking buck. I don't know what we'll do with him. We may hang on to him and see what he turns into. And the other one's this little white buck. He's actually sold back you know, back what, February, March, when I sold all the rest of my kids through YouTube to subscribers. A guy purchased him, but guess what? I'm talking about this guy right here. He's still here. Hey, I don't know. He needs to come pick him up. I know that. He told me it would take a little while, a little longer for him to get here and pick him up. Well, it's kind of time for him to go, but that's why he's still here. We're not keeping him, but let's take a better look at Isaac now that we got him out of the pen. Let's get some video of him, show you guys. Isaac is a Kiko buck. He's actually a registered purebred, and he has massive horns right now because he's about 6.5 years old. Now, I wouldn't typically buy a buck.
Just like me, so we're the same age.
He's about the same age as you, huh? He's got bigger horns than you, though.
Yep.
So most people don't buy a buck that age, but I've only got about 10 or 12 does that I'm breeding to right now. And, you know, we're not breeding a huge herd. If I was breeding 50, 60, 70 does, I'd probably want a younger buck. But he's still got a lot of life left in him. And buying one at that mature age, just get a little better price. But let's take a look at him. He's a pretty good looking buck.
Isaac, come here.
He ain't gonna come to you.
Isaac.
So I think he's gonna make an excellent herd sire for our little Kiko herd. I love goats with a lot of color. You know, this last year we had a ton of white babies like that one right there. I love those spotted, dapple looking goats. And our last buck, which was JerkFace, most of you are probably familiar with JerkFace. He was called JerkFace for a reason. Was just solid white with that black and tan head. Didn't throw a lot of color, so that's why we had a ton of solid white and almost solid white babies this year. But I'm thinking next year with some of the spotted does we've got and having Isaac here, it's hard for me to remember his name, but having Isaac here, that's kind of a random name for a goat, isn't it? But he's got lots of color. I think he'll throw some really cool looking kids. He's got one more introduction to make while he's in this pasture, and that's with Big Mac down there. Big Mac's like, hey, wait, there's somebody new in my pen. I haven't shown you guys Big Mac in a little while. We'll take a look at him in a second. Well, so far so good. Formal introductions here seem to be going well. Big Mac's really not sure what to think. The two little bucklings here, I say bucklings, they're bucks. I mean, they're bucks. You can see they're just young. They weren't, you know, I'm not going to use one of my kids from this year to breed my does back to. So it's good to bring in new genetics. And Dennis and Darla raised a lot of really good goats. This buck wasn't raised on their farm. They bought him several years ago and used him for quite a few does. I think they used him for 3 years. So it was time for them. They actually have about 5 or 6 different bucks, and this was just one that they weren't really using much anymore. And he was kind of getting up there in years, and they didn't want to send him to a slaughterhouse. So our farm will be a perfect home for him for probably 2 breeding seasons. Probably no more than that. Depends on how many does we keep out of him, but he looks good. Now on to Big Mac. So you guys haven't seen Big Mac on the channel in quite a while. We bought Big Mac several months ago when we had Crazy Eyes the heifer, kind of as a pen mate, so maybe she would tame down a little bit. Big Mac was raised on a bottle, and so he's a lot more tame. You can't just walk up and pet him anymore. But when we got that guy back in, like, what was it, probably February, he was maybe 150, 200 pounds. And I'm just guessing right now, but he's probably pushing about 600 pounds. Good looking steer. The original plan when we got Big Mac was my stepbrother was gonna just basically pay for the processing of Crazy Eyes to cover the cost of him. I was just gonna raise Big Mac for them. They were gonna pay for the processing on my heifer, and then just kind of a trade-off thing to cover the cost of my processing, and then they were gonna process Big Mac. Plans have changed. They decided they've had so many other things going on in their life, and just different plans, different things, so they're not going to be able to put Big Mac in their freezer right now. He's not ready to go in the freezer yet anyways. I mean, he's enjoying life here too much, but he's not quite big enough. He's not to the size that I would prefer to put a steer in the freezer. Like I said, he's probably 600 pounds, maybe a little more, but I wouldn't bet on it. Big Mac was a dairy cross with an Angus is what I was told. probably a Holstein Angus cross. You can see a few white markings underneath his belly, but I think he's mostly Angus. So I'm not real sure what we're gonna do with him. More than likely we'll end up just feeding him out for several more months, and then we will have him processed and probably just spread him across the family between us and several different households in our family. We'll fill everybody's freezer with beef since we're making a decent profit off of YouTube and talking about how we farm and talking about how we raise our animals and all the different things we do. You know, it covers the cost of raising these animals, it covers the cost of processing. So we'll just feed our family, or our extended family, with lots of beef. You that right, Big Mac? Are you gonna put lots of meat in the freezer for a lot of people, buddy? We need to get you some fly spray, don't we? Flies are getting bad again. You a good boy? You're a good buddy. Yeah. Oh, you think you're big, don't you? You think you're big. Huh. You're not mean though. Well, I'm gonna let them get all settled in, let Isaac get to know his surroundings. Go move my truck, go park that. I'm gonna come dump a little feed out so they can all get to know each other. He's pinned up separately from my does. I'm not ready to breed the does yet. I'm gonna leave him pinned up with these other bucks and that steer. Oh, I don't know, for probably at least a week or so. Let him get accustomed to being here so he's not thinking he's lost. I want him to make sure he knows this is his new home now. And then we'll turn him in with the does and let them breed. Breeding season's coming up really quick. Today's August 1st. Probably could go ahead and turn him in with the does. I don't know that any of my does have come in heat yet. We'll find out real quick now that we got a buck here, because they're gonna share a fence. Kind of have to keep an eye on that situation. But breeding season's almost here, which means we're 5 months away from baby kids on the farm again. Got my new gate. Had my brother out here helping me do some work. I've got so many things going on, hadn't been able to get all of my fences finished. But my brother's an excellent welder. And look at this. Look at that. Perfect. Nice gate. We built about, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 or 7 of these gates over the last month or so. It sure is nice. It's much better than just wiring up a panel. You're blocking the camera. Big Mac, hey, Big Mac, hey, stop licking my camera. Jeez, son. Y'all gonna share with Big Mac? I mean, I wouldn't try to keep him away from the feed. He's got quite a size advantage. You hungry, Isaac? I promise you, you'll get fed well here, buddy. You'll be fat and sassy. Look at those horns. Good looking goat right there, aren't you? You're gonna be happy here, buddy. It's very hot in the middle part of the day here in Oklahoma, and the does are all being bashful, so I went ahead and got them a bucket of feed. I haven't fed the does any grain in several months now, but they're all being bashful over there hiding in the shade, so I'm gonna dump out a bucket of feed, and I'm sure that'll get their attention. They'll probably come running. Come on, goats. What's up, Lambert? Everybody's been asking about you. They hadn't seen you much lately. Come on, girls. I fed you a little bit. Y'all don't even know what's up when I feed you anymore, do you? Come on. You found it, didn't you? So I apologize for being a hot, sweaty mess. Bear doesn't seem to mind. But you guys are always constantly asking for goat updates. Want to know what the goats are up to. And this time of year, they're just not really up to a whole lot. What is it, Bear? You need some attention? Oh, your breath smells terrible, buddy. Does that ear scratching feel good? So I wanted to get the does up in here and just show you guys, hey, everybody, they're still here. They're still here. But this gets them up close to the barn because they're sharing the pen, they're sharing the fence right here with Isaac and the 2 little bucks. So having him here will probably stimulate these does to come into heat, and we'll be ready for breeding season in a week or 2. But they're all doing good, all big, fat, and healthy, and just summertime goats. Not a whole lot going on. But you guys are always constantly asking for goat updates, and I know sometimes it's hard for you guys to follow the chronological order, because like sometimes, the other day I got a comment about somebody wanting us to do another video with the baby goats. Well, we don't have baby goats in August. We just don't have any right here. And that's probably because someone went back and saw an old video and just kind of got out of the order of the timeline. But anywho, they're here. Look at that silly goat over there, trying to lick out of the bucket. Let's put the sneak attack on her. Knock, knock. Anybody home? Hello? Anybody home? Hey! You don't seem to be bothered by me much, do you? Huh. Well, guys, I guess that's all I've got for today. Got our new buck, Isaac, here. He's got a massive set of horns. He's a purebred, registered Kiko. Getting up there in years, but he will be perfect for our little small Kiko goat herd. And yeah, I'm hot and sweaty and tired, and time to go in and cool off, get some lunch, and then change gears and go to work. It's time to go to work. But guys, stick around over the next few videos. We've got some huge plans that don't involve goats, some things in store that even my kids don't know about right now. Some awesome times. Let me wipe the sweat because I feel like we've got a really cool adventure coming up, is what I'm trying to say. And it involves the whole family. We're going to be doing some really cool things that I know you guys are going to enjoy. A lot of fun. Probably get to see some familiar faces that you guys may know from other YouTube channels. We're working on some collaborations. Hopefully that works out, but just stay tuned for the next week or so. There's going to be some, at least in my world, in my life, some epic videos coming out. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.